Hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred today in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things I personally find intriguing enough for me to bring to you. The source of this information comes from the smart device application on this day. The music in the background is Adventure by JJD, which I found on the YouTube channel No Copyright Sounds, aka NCS. For links to the app, music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar. Now let's get on with the show, shall we? Today is Thursday, aka Thursday, September 15th, 2016. In 2008, Lehman Brothers filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, becoming the largest bankruptcy filing in U.S. history. In 2001, George W. Bush, the 46th governor of Texas and the 43rd president of the United States, gave the post-9/11 weekly address in which he foreshadowed an interventionist U.S. foreign policy which led to the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. In 1981, Vanuatu became a member of the United Nations. Also in 1981, the John Bull became the oldest operational steam locomotive in the world when the Smithsonian Institution operated it under its own power outside Washington, D.C. Also in 1981, the Senate Judiciary Committee unanimously approved Sandra Day O'Connor to become the first female justice of the Supreme Court of the United States. In 1971, the first Greenpeace ship set sail to protest against nuclear testing on Amchitka Island. In 1968, the Soviet Zond 5 spacecraft was launched, later to become the first spacecraft to fly around the moon and re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. In 1962, the Soviet ship Poltava headed toward Cuba, becoming one of the events that set the Cuban Missile Crisis in motion. In 1959, Nikita Khrushchev became the first Soviet leader to visit the United States. In 1952, the United Nations ceded Eritrea to Ethiopia. In 1948, the F-86 Sabre set the world aircraft speed record at 671 miles per hour or 1,080 kilometers per hour. In 1940, during World War II, the Battle of Britain climaxed when the Royal Air Force shot down large numbers of Luftwaffe aircraft. In 1935, Nazi Germany adopted a new national flag bearing the swastika. Also in 1935, the Nuremberg Laws deprived German Jews of citizenship. In 1916, during World War I, tanks were used for the first time in battle during the Battle of the Somme. In 1915, the Empire Picture Theatre, known today as the New Empire Cinema, the oldest running cinema in mainland Australia, opened in Balral, New South Wales. In 1835, HMS Beagle, with Charles Darwin aboard, reached the Galapagos Islands. The ship landed at either Chatham or San Cristobal, located on the easternmost area of the archipelago. In 1821, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica jointly declared independence from Spain. In 1789, the United States Department of Foreign Affairs, established by law in July, was renamed the Department of State and given a variety of domestic duties. In the year 1616, the first non-aristocratic free public school in Europe was opened in Frascati, Italy. And in 1440, Galeas de Reis, one of the earliest known serial killers, was taken into custody upon an accusation brought against him by the Jean de Malestroit, Bishop of Nantes. Verse, Tommy Lee Jones, 1946. And that concludes the show for today! Once again, you can check the underbar for any links you may be interested in. Don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, especially if you're playing Pokemon Go. You can also rate 5 thumbs and subscribe if you do so, please. For your dose of passive events daily, I am Aeoxander, and you are you. Toodles! In 1959, Nikita Khrushchev became the first Soviet